Hello everyone, it's the winged unicorn and she has flown back. So, first off I want to apologize for not uploading in a while. It's just, it's finals week, I guess, and I was like trying to catch up with everything before winter break, which it currently is winter break right now. So, yeah, because it's winter break, I'm going to try to at least try to upload as much as I can. So look forward to those videos. However, right now I'm just gonna make a quick video and talk about one of the shows that personally I kind of like, and hopefully we get to see more and continue to be a good show. Is The Owl House. So let's sit back, relax, and let's talk about The Owl House. I can see the rainbow in your tears as they fall down. I can see your soul. So, in summary of what The Owl House is about, it's basically a girl named Luce who travels to another dimension and she meets a witch named Ida. And along with her pet named King. And so they basically go on adventures, crazy magical adventures, and Luce basically trains to become a witch with Ida, and Ida's basically her mentor. And along the way, Luce also goes to a magic school to train her abilities. And on the way, she makes some cool friends. So that's basically what The Owl House is about. So when I first heard of The Owl House, I knew it was gonna be a cool show. Any show with like magic lore, I guess I'll be down with. So yeah, that's why I sort of got into it, and quite frankly, it's an amazing show. And yeah, so I'm gonna talk about it. First off, we'll talk about the characters. Okay, first off with our protagonist is Luce, and I feel like she works for what she is, and she's basically, I like her personality of how dorky and fun she is, and I like her whole overall motivation of becoming a witch, and I honestly think her development to becoming a witch is actually pretty creative. First of all, like, she basically has since humans can't really do magic naturally like how other witches do, she basically has to use paper and then draw basically like a diagram of the certain spell she's doing. So I thought that was a pretty creative concept. So yeah, I like Luce and for what she is, and she's a great protagonist. She's fun, and yeah, really like her. Alright, on to Ida. Ida's a pretty cool mentor, and she basically has another plot where she's basically she's a wanted criminal, and all the people, I guess, were trying to like capture her, which the reason behind that is because Ida's is like a rebellious witch in their dimension. Lord Bellows basically has these certain rules of how witches should like use magic, and every person is basically defined by like one area of magic. And Ida, however, just doesn't care and just do all the magic she wants, and which is a crime in Bellows' eyes. And more later it's also revealed about that her sister is a part of it. And okay, so Ida basically also has this curse which spoiler alert, by the way, her sister put upon her, and she actually wants her to join the coven, which is basically the main witches that basically control the magic, I guess. And so she wants her to be there so then she can revert the curse. So yeah, and by those end episodes were actually pretty cool to like end the season. But like, even though Ida is like a wanted criminal and she's really rebellious, I do think that she is a good mentor to Luz, and I really do like their relationship. So yeah, so I really think that she's a good character as well. She even says like at those last few episodes of season 1, she said how like Luz has changed her and how much more responsible and caring she is. So yeah, so I really do like the relationship, and I like Ida as a character. She even meets like 2 other characters named Willow and Gus, who she meets in the school that Ida put her in. So then she can learn magic. And so I really like Willow and Gus, and I honestly think Gus is severely underrated. And which makes me sad, because Gus is actually pretty funny. Okay, he's cool. I mean, yeah, we don't know too much about him. I mean, all we know is that he's like one of the youngest witches. But like, some of his dialogue's pretty funny though. So, and I can't wait to see more of him. However, Willow on the other hand, she's pretty fleshed out, more fleshed out than Gus at least. And like, Willow's apparently like it's supposed to be the quote unquote quiet girl. However, she also has like the side of her that's also like not just insecure, but she also like shows that insecurity, and she just wants to be a good witch, in which she is. And she apparently, according to Luz, she's like one of the most powerful witches she's ever seen. And I really like Willow's growth and how she's not just quiet, but also she's got other things to her. So I really like Willow. And Gus is severely underrated, in my opinion. So, yeah. Hashtag give Gus more love.
Straight hair, straight...
Alright, so from the Owl House community, I have seen so many people say that, like, Amity's the best character, which... they're right. they're kind of right. I mean, some reasons are more... obvious than others, but I'm just gonna make like an entire section of talking about Amity. So, why Amity's great? So first of all, like, Amity, when you first get introduced to Amity, she's like the smartest one. She's like the top student of the class. However, she looked when you see her look down at Willow, you can sense like Amity's basically like a bully as well, and like the popular girl, because of how successful she is, and she expects others to be just as successful as her, but she still talks down to Willow, which shows that like Amity's not the nicest person. And so honestly, I hated her first of all, like when I first got introduced, which I'm all like, yeah, I guess that's what they want you to think when you first get introduced to Amity. However, more later, when her and Luz interact, like, so basically in this one episode where basically Amity basically like challenges Luz to like, or I guess Luz challenges Amity to like a duel of who's the best witch. And well, first off, that's a kind of a dumb decision on you, Luz, because you barely know any magic. You only know the light spell. I think at that point she knew the light spell, I guess. Yeah, she knows the light spell at that point. And more later, some mischief happens. Luz cheats in the battle, while it turns out Amity cheated as well. Well, I guess not Amity made the intention to cheat, but I guess her mentor, which is Ida's sister, helped her cheat. And we basically get a little moment of Amity and Luz talking and showing how, like, Amity did try to work hard to get where she's at. And we see that, like, Amity just, like, she is very determined, pretty much just as determined as Luz. So then she can be a good witch. And Luz also shows Amity that she is determined as well. I actually saw a really good video about more on Amity's backstory. I'm gonna link it into the description to show how much good of a character Amity is, because she pointed out really good stuff in the video, the person who made that video. So yeah, go give that a watch. But I'm just gonna basically say what I think about Amity. So yeah, I think her growth is really good. And more later in this one other episode where basically, so Luz goes tries to befriend Amity. However, Amity's basically just like, because of her icy exterior, she just tries to distance away from Luz, especially after what happened. And then Luz meets her siblings, and they basically go into the library, create some mischief, and they find Amity's diary, and Luz tries to like pick it up so then she won't see it, nobody else can see it, and Amity catches her. And then Amity gets mad. So then Luz and Amity try to like, also there's some mischief happened at the library, so they try to fight that, where basically a character from a book came to life and they have to like fight him off. But then during that fight, basically they kind of bonded, basically, and more later we see them bond even more in future episodes. And I honestly think that Amity's development was like handled pretty well, and like, yeah, so and besides, I can relate to her to some degree, since I myself tried to be like the best student I could be at my school, and I basically try to study a lot. Okay, I'm not really, so I don't try, but like, however, one thing about me and Amity are just like different is that I try to like, I don't let the stress take over me and basically like be mean to people. I'm not like that, but like, I do understand Amity's point of view as well. So yeah, this is why I like Amity. Also, by the way, just want to say, just might as well bring this up before anybody tries to bring it up in the comments. Amity's also one of the first, Amity and Luz, I guess, are one of the first people that are like the main characters that are like in the LGBTQ thing, and like, honestly think that's pretty cool. Honestly, it's nice to see that shows are accepting of all sexualities. Well, I can't really say too much about those two, considering I'm not part of that community. However, I will say that, like, you know, it's nice to see, you know, shows be more accepting of other people from other communities. So yeah, I respect that. Also, apparently, according to the creator of the show, she herself is bisexual. So yeah, she's just flat out being all like, we're gonna do this, nobody's gonna stop me. I'm gonna make these two characters feel for each other. So yeah, respect. So this is a section of the video where I'm basically gonna like talk about a few of the episodes that are like, I guess, are worth mentioning, okay? So first episode is basically the prologue of Luz coming into the witch dimension. I completely forgot what the place is called. And you know, she starts to see all the mischief that happens there. Meets Ida and King, which King's introduction, let me just say, is hilarious. And how Luz like treats him like you know, treats him like being all like really cutesy with him. I thought that was pretty funny. And I mean, I can't blame her. King, yeah, he's intimidating, but also he's adorable, okay? And so yeah, I forgot to mention King. King's cool. He's awesome. Besides, he's voiced by the same person, by Bill Cipher, Alex Hurst, you know? And so that episode, I guess, is pretty cool. Yeah, it was a bit slow, but like, you know, I expected that from the first episode. But, well, it was pretty interesting, might I add. But like, it isn't like, you know, the best episode that I would say compared to the other episodes. But like, I still give it like an 8 out of 10 for the first episode. All the other episodes, however, like, so while I will talk about the story-driven episodes, I just want to talk about, like, I am hesitant to call them filler episodes, because, yeah, they have nothing to do with the story. Like, the one episode where Ida and Luz and King basically, like, switch bodies. That didn't really contribute to the story, but I still found those type of episodes enjoyable. So I wouldn't call it a complete waste of time. So yeah. So I still stuck around because of how fun they were. The story-driven episodes were pretty good though. Like I said about Amity and Lou's bonding in some episodes. You know, I like I said, I like Amity's transition from the bully popular girl that's like better than everyone else to the person who actually we find out later that her parents basically pressure her to be the best witch she can be, and she is pressured to be the best witch that she can be on herself and tries to block that by being mean to everyone. But we also see like the sweet side to her basically, and I love that. I love that development. And also she turns into a mess every time she sees Luz. Just want to bring that out there. So yeah, so those episodes were nice, and especially the Grom night episode, the prom. It's like Grom, right? That was pretty nice. And also the last few episodes, I will say, like, they were like one of my favorites, and they actually hit me hard. Like so one of the last few episodes, I guess the second to last, I guess, was where Luz and her school basically, like, you know, take a field trip to the Coven houses, I guess. And Luz sees these magical artifacts, and she's all like, you know, maybe I should use one of these to like help Ida. And she tries to make a heist to do that, trying to help Ida to revert the curse that her sister has put upon her. And while that's happening, Ida's doing something sweet for Luz, basically surprising her when she gets back home, which Ida's pretty. That was pretty sweet of her, and like I said, I really liked their relationship. However, when Luz comes back, Ida by that time was captured, and Luz comes back, and she when she sees what Ida has done for her, and after she has been captured, she basically like breaks down in tears, and that really hit me hard. That was like the most emotional that the Owl House has gotten. Like, it's been from wackiness to this, like, wow. And I like that episode. I really like that episode, and the episode right after that, when Luz and Ida are basically talking to each other, saying their final goodbyes to what they think is their final goodbyes. It was like so sad, I swear. So, yeah, I really like those last few episodes. And okay, so I don't know. So I have mixed feelings with Ida's sister about her joining the Owl House. Yeah, the place where Ida lives is literally called the Owl House, hence the name of the show, the Owl House. I am a little bit hesitant because, like, yeah, she cursed Ida, but you know, she's still a sister, I guess. But like I said, she cursed Ida, so like, I'm still questioning her transition from cursing her own sister to living with the Owl House. So, but who knows? Maybe in the second season we'll probably see more of that, and how she changes, how she develops. You know, the same development as Amity. But, I mean, Amity never cursed anyone. And the sister did. So, yeah. But overall, I still like those two episodes, and like every episode is pretty cool. So yeah. All right. So in conclusion, do I recommend the show? Absolutely, 100%. And it's the first season, so you can like catch up with it immediately, like pretty fast. And I don't know when season 2 is coming out, and hopefully it's coming out soon. Because nobody has ever heard from the creator in a while, I guess. So yeah, this show you will have a good time with. Not only is the characters fun, not only is the story awesome, not only did this show like made history by making the the main character become bisexual. It's a blast. This show is honestly a blast. Like, you'll have tons of fun with this. I recommend 100%. And I am honestly very excited for the future seasons that are coming. And yeah, I really can't wait. And to all of you people who say that, like, this show is basically going to be the next Gravity Falls, I'm just going to say this in my opinion. Might as well throw this out there. I wouldn't say maybe the next Gravity Falls. Maybe, like, the next Star Versus, I guess. I don't know why. I just wanted to close the video out like that. So, anyways, go watch the show. The winged unicorns gotta fly away.